Good afternoon. Today I'm walking around the historic market town of Beverley, which I know really well. So I'm starting off by walking around the Minster. I'll go and get a better view of it in a moment. It's a lovely day. It's really hot actually. Maybe quite hot for walking around. No, it's not really. It's just summer, isn't it? It gets hot in summer. That's what summer is. There's some pubs here which I've never been to despite my repeated visits to Beverley before, such as the Sun Inn, the oldest pub in Beverley. I'm sure it's a lovely pub to go for a drink, but it's just not in the most convenient location, for me anyway. Here's another side of the Minster. I think we'll try to go down that way. Over there. Might even go inside for a quick visit. Might actually be quite cool in there. Bit of a break from the sun. Yes, let's do it. Okay. So there it is. The extravagant Beverley Minster. Probably quite old. I think it's maybe 1,000 years old or so. And it's got the usual exquisite detailed artwork all around the outside. I can hear some organ playing going on inside, so maybe there's something inside. I'll go see it now. But before we do, just highlight this nice artwork, which is just on this fence. Okay. Into the Minster we go. I think you can think of this as a mini York Minster, because it's a Minster and it's a little bit smaller than the one in York. That's about it. Right, I'll be quiet. Oh, it might be a wedding. So this is the inside of Beverley Minster. They just had a wedding on in here. I've never ever seen a wedding in here before. I thought that it might be one of those places where to have your wedding here you need special permission, but I don't know, maybe you just need to live in the local parish. And now I do hear church bells off in the distance, but they don't sound like they're coming from here. But as I know from my own wedding, they can be quite an expensive add-on when you're working on a budget. Yeah, I think my own wedding they might have been about 200 quid, so I can't imagine how much they'd cost in here to have running for 20 minutes. So maybe they've gone for a different church. Maybe it's a bit cheaper, or maybe it's not even related. I don't know. But yeah, grand old Minster building. See if there's anything noteworthy in it. I don't know that there is. But I do know actually it was founded by somebody called, oh my god, I want to say John the Baptist, but that sounds too obvious. Not John the Baptist. He was a bit older than this church, I think. Don't know much about religion. Okay, I'll go see the rest of Beverley now. So, the chapel of the East Yorkshire Regiment. There are 11 mice inside this chapel. You should be able to see them without moving anything. I've just spent a while looking and I found a few. So there's one there, another one on this chair, so one on this chair. So most of the ones I found are on chairs, but I did find one here, right down here on the door. And that's all I could find. Must be some more in there, but I don't want to spend all day looking for them. So that's cool, I think. 11 mice inside the chapel. Although there's another church in Beverley, I think, is it called St Mary's Church? And that has a little rabbit carving on a door frame or a stone arch around the door, something like that. And this little rabbit carving was the inspiration for the Mad Hatter of Alice in Wonderland, so the story says. I might try to get a little chance to go and see that. That'll be good. I want to say that I can't say it too loudly, but she said to me that she thinks Hull Minster's better. I probably should have waited to be out of Beverley Minster before saying that. Oh, here it is. The view. Oh, well, those church bells were coming from the Minster and they were incredibly loud once you left the Minster, and they've just gone off, and I actually feel a bit of relief in my ears now. So that was Beverley Minster, my first time walking in there and witnessing somebody's wedding. Well, it was the end of the wedding. They were on their way out. So now head towards the market square. It is Saturday, so there will have been a market on today.
To live on the border, so there can be a
That is an excellent pub. I know that from past experiences. In fact, they have a pizza menu which I intend to come back to try at some point. Right, so about the market, yeah, it was Saturday today. It is still Saturday, in fact. I don't know why I said it like that, but I think the market will be finished now, or they'll be closing up shop. But I don't normally get anything from the market anyway, because I don't really need anything by the time I get here. Now it's, as we come, actually I don't think I've ever entered Beverley from this direction before. I think we've always come from that way, so this is a different perspective even for myself. So this is the start of the walk down the town centre, and it's nice. I like it. It's lined with shops all the way down on both sides. Sometimes it gets quite busy. Looks quite busy now. I wanted to introduce this video earlier by saying welcome. Today I'm walking around Beverley near York, nowhere near Hull, and I wanted to do that as a joke because often in my experience of meeting people from Beverley, they'll pretend that there's nothing to do with Hull here, but that's a cream telephone box. I only see those near Hull. And if you wanted to do a visit to Beverley near York, nowhere near Hull, just go on Google Maps, put in the postcode HU17 and that'll bring you right to Beverley. Also, HU postcodes, only aware of those near Hull. Yeah, I wanted to do that joke. Nobody probably does get it, but I think it's funny. What's it called when people cover these things in knitting? What does that say? Minster. It would have been impressive if they knitted a little replica of the Minster on top of it. Yeah, so just going to see what's down here. I know what's down here. Come on now. Need to find somewhere to stop soon because it's kind of warm. And it gets to the point, doesn't it, where it's no longer enjoyable to just walk and walk and walk in the heat. Nice little bookshop. Now somewhere, oh no, I'm standing on it. Look at that, the nice old stone's been taken up and replaced with asphalt. There was some work here before and they did that, and I kept grumbling to myself, how can you take up all these nice bricks off the floor, do the work underground? That part's okay, but then why not put the bricks back in their place? Why would you cover it up with asphalt? It's definitely in a nice market town. There's a nice antique shop here. Sort of shop I always find interesting looking around, but never buy anything because I'm not that interested. It is so busy today, probably partly because of the weather. It's nice to see it though, isn't it? I can barely see my way down there with the sun in my eyes. I can't believe how busy it is. But it is a nice town and it does attract tourism, so that'll probably be why. It's a nice window up there, isn't it? I wonder what that was built for. Just to be a bedroom? I like looking up here because the buildings look, they've all got nice bits of history to them. What's the occasion? Yeah, there's a lot of interest up here. Although, no, I'm sure I used to see paintings on the buildings up here and I can't see them right now. Maybe I'll find them in a bit and I'll show them off. Cornish Bakery, this opened not too long ago and I think there's 2 of them now. And I've not been to it before myself. Just down there towards Vanessa. It seems that everywhere I go, somebody sees me on the GoPro and wants to get a bit involved. I must admit today I felt a little bit more shy than usual. It's a lot busier Beverley than anywhere else I've had the GoPro out. That's probably why. Anyway, that was quite weird that those people, well, weird's not the right word, is it? That was unexpected. So this is the remnants of the market. It'll all be put away now by the, it's being put away now by the council. Just had an iced coffee from Cafe Nero and that was very much needed. I had a breakfast which was a little bit too big and I've just been feeling lethargic all day as a result. Probably partly because of the heat as well. It does feel a little bit like when you're on holiday and you maybe walk out at the wrong time of day and you just feel so drained and sapped of all energy. I do feel a bit like that now. Oh, here's the extension of Beverley Market. I've always wondered what this thing in the middle with the pillars is that thing. There's the top of the other church. That's got the little rabbit carving in it. There's a lot going on here. It's quite busy. A lot of activity. Oh, I've got in and I'll just stand in the middle of this thing. How many hundreds of years has there been a marketplace here? But it's nice that it keeps its tradition going, and it's nice that it's a really busy market. Every time I see a market like this, I mean, I've come a bit late today, but often when you come earlier and I see all these food places, and there'll be like a I don't know, a Greek food stand selling pork gyros for £11. I always think to myself, I could open a food stall in a market, and then I go through that whole, you know, thought process. Oh, how much does it cost to get your food safety certificate? How much does it cost to rent out a commercial kitchen for a couple of hours? How much does it cost to have a stand? And then I remember that I can't really be bothered with all of that. But I do think if I did go through with it, I'd be quite good. Here's another painting on the wall. Actually, I don't think I've seen this one before. I'm on the other side, but it looks like it's depicting a posh gentleman's dinner with all the servants serving them the food. Yeah, a bit sad that today isn't a Beverley pub crawl. It's just a Beverley crawl. Beverley history crawl? No, it's not even that, is it? So the church gates are closed. But this is the church that has the little rabbit carving. So won't be showing you that. I won't be seeing that myself today. I don't mind so much. I've seen it about 20 times. Just a fun little tidbit of Beverley's history. Down there is it called Beverley North Bar? The only remaining gate to the town that's still there. Oh, the church is open on this side. Setting something up. Don't know what. Just want to. This is.
Don't roll over it. It's going underneath, okay? I know what you like. Well, it wasn't.
Nice building.
Yeah.
Nearly at the gate. I wonder what the view's like from on top of there. It's probably someone's private house now. This town does have a very grand feel to it. I mean, even the detail around these windows and doors, it's nice. I'll just walk through this little archway as our ancestors have done so for many years. Oh, I'm glad I did. Look at that. What is it? I don't know. I do know if you continue walking up this road, well, it's a long walk. If you were to drive up this road, you'd end up at Beverley Westwood, which is a big open field, wildflower meadows with roaming cows, and it's a really nice little picnic walk spot. And I don't know if this is related or not. So, let me get through this echoey tunnel here. So it's called Beverley Westwood. And there was a character in the TV show Benidorm called Beverley Westwood. And that show is written by somebody from this area. I can't remember if he's from Hull or if he's from Beverley himself. But yeah, I've always thought, is that character named after the fields? Probably, because he's a little bit of a not very great character, Beverley Westwood in Benidorm. He's the hotel manager that rivals Joyce Temple Savage. So yeah, no official trivia I've found anywhere to suggest that, but the links are too strong to ignore. I always try to imagine what the views look like without all the cars. It's hard to do that, but obviously in the modern world can't expect there to not be any. It's siesta time. It's the time of day after the markets are packed up for the day. The main shops are closing, you know, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and there's a bit of a lull. Goes a bit quiet, and then bring it on an hour or two later, and the evening pub and bar crowds start to come out. Micro pub. Ooh. That would be really tempting if I weren't driving. It is a good one, but there's only about 7 seats, and I don't mean tables, I mean seats. 7 individual seats where you can sit down. Look at the aftermath of the markets. Yeah, it'll be gone soon, and this will be the car park again. If you come back in an hour or two, it'll be full of cars parked here. That's the good thing, you see. Mark it by day, car park it by all other times. Gosh, I could do with a siesta on here. I reckon I could just sleep on that. Obviously would be a bit uncomfortable without a pillow. Well, even the high street looks quieter. A lot of the charity shops close about this time of the day. It's great charity shops here though. It's a good place if you're into charity shopping. You've got loads of them here, and I often find that they have good bits in them.
I mean, we should just write.
Just been walking down a bit of the high street, and it is an interesting time of day, seeing people taking all their shopping home, and also seeing people dressed up really nice about to go out and get absolutely hammered. Sometimes I look at those people and I think, oh, how can you do that? And that's my mood today. But other times I look and I think, oh, I wish I was with you. So yeah. So I think I'm gonna call my time soon. Call it a day. It's a nice day out, Beverley. It is somewhere that I would personally, and I have done in the past, recommended it highly, because you've got a lot of things here. As I was saying, charity shops, if you like charity shopping, which I do like charity shopping. I wouldn't be surprised if half my outfit today is from charity shops up and down the country. But there's loads of other independent businesses which do all sorts of things. Saw an artisan's chocolate shop. That was nice. I mean, I didn't go in it, of course, but it looked nice from the outside, from from the window shopping section of it. I wouldn't buy artisan chocolate. Well, I have done in the past, but not regularly. The Queen's Head pub looks like it's very busy. Great spot to sit and have a beer in the sun. I like to drink bitter, but at this time of year I'm finding that there are a lot of pubs where their bitters are just not cold enough for the weather conditions, and the people I'm with will have a lager and their lagers are ice cold and they look much better than my bitter, even though they're just brewed in a big massive franchised brewery. They still look more satisfying in the hot weather. In fact, I think yesterday I was in Hull and I was at the waterfront bar and I had a pint of Coors, and I went and I ordered a pint at the bar, and the guy turned around and he pulled a glass out of the fridge. That was incredible. You rarely see that in England. I mean, even abroad you don't see that all the time. So a nice cold glass with a cold Coors, and I'm not even a big fan of Coors, but it was amazing. And that's what I mean, I much prefer bitters, but when they're warm it doesn't work for me, I'm afraid. So I'm walking down the street again where the Minster is. Can you imagine living in one of these and your bedroom window view is Beverley Minster? I bet that's really great for the first week, and then you soon get bored of it, don't you? I imagine. This restaurant, how would you say that? Lull, specialise in biryani and French cooking. I think it was opened by a guy who performed rather well in a past season of MasterChef. I don't remember his name. I'm sure it was a bloke from Beverley who was in MasterChef. He did quite well and he's ended up opening that restaurant. I've had a look at the menu in the past. It's like £48 for a biryani. So something tells me I'm not quite the target audience for that restaurant. I'd eat it and I'd enjoy it, but I think my wallet wouldn't quite allow for that. Yorkshire Wolds. So peaceful here now. Lovely cottages lining the streets around the Minster. I watch a YouTube channel called By the Curb, and they've been to Beverley I watch a YouTube channel called By the Curb, and they've been to Beverley twice, and they often come to the Minster, and there's a leather glove on one of these things, and I'm walking around the grounds now looking for it, but I can't find it, so I bet it's been moved. Oh, are you looking up, right?
No, it's not. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bringing everybody out there.
Okay, just take a video outside. It's not quite the leather gloves, but two striped baby socks. People do strange things. I like to imagine that somebody was pushing their baby in the pram and the baby kept kicking its socks off, and they were like, you know what, if you're gonna kick them off, You can't have them. Took them off the baby, put them under the fence. I like to imagine that's what happened anyway. Now that's a rare sight in England. A very rare sight. It's an empty, undeveloped field of just grass and wildflowers. You really don't see that very often. They worked their will on John Barleycorn, but he lived to tell the tale, for they pour him out of an old brown jug, and they call him homebrewed ale. I was just walking and I noticed all these little stones with unusual texts on them. I don't know what that means. And then some bells were just ringing in the church. Well, not the church, the Minster, and that made it rather ominous, I must say. Now these would be some interesting, I mean, look at that little window there. Imagine that was your bedroom and you looked out your bedroom and that was there. I bet you have to pay a hefty premium for a bedroom like that. Well, you probably have to pay for the rest of the apartment or house attached to the bedroom. Gosh. Suddenly it's just gone really quiet around Beverley. Oh no, it hasn't. I hear music in a pub. Yeah, I was supposed to say, I was saying Beverley charity shops great, other shops great, restaurants, loads of amazing restaurants in Beverley. I can't name a single one right now, but take my word for it, there are loads. What else do you look for in a town? Nice buildings to look at, interesting street signs. Yeah, I can't exactly recall all the measures of a fantastic town right now at the top of my head, but Beverley is a really nice one and I have recommended it to loads of people in the past and it's never let anybody down for all manner of reasons. Crossing the train tracks. Right, I'll just walk down a little quiet, don't know where it goes, street. That's a nice tree. I'll go stand under that nice tree to say, if you've stood under the nice tree, I hope you've enjoyed watching me walk around Beverley. It is great. I would recommend it to everybody. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, like. These things help. They make the video go out to more people. More people see it. Hopefully more people enjoy it. And it's just good for everybody, isn't it? Hopefully we can all cancel our TV licenses and we'll watch YouTube. That's part of my goal anyway. So yeah, bye.